Hi, this is Shannon from SISforteachers.org. Thanks so much for joining us for day 4. This is a great upper elementary game working on fractions. When students were in school right about now, they were starting to either get into fractions or were well into their fractions unit because that's the time of year that it is. This game, done by Making Math Make Sense, Emily, gives a great game, I think, to help your children to sort of understand what's happening with fractions. Now, I want you to listen to the language that she's using in the video, because a lot of us know fractions that are like top heavy, as we call them improper fractions. We try not to say that they're improper because if I was really hungry, I might want to eat, maybe 9/7 of all the pizzas, right? We try to think of that as a fraction larger than 1. That helps students with conceptual understanding of what they're doing in fractions. And so this game is called Mix It Up, and it's going to be great for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students. It's using fractions that are greater than 1 and helping students put them into a mixed number. Now in the video, Emily's going to be using dominoes. If you don't have dominoes at home, again, you can go on an app. I just downloaded one today that had multiple numbers, not just 1 through 6. It had a lot of different numbers that would flash. And so you could take the numbers of the fractions that you're doing. The larger number that you select is going to be the top number, and the lower number is going to be the bottom number, as you'll see as she starts to do some of the games. Again, if you don't have a printer at home, you can simply make the board up that Emily's using in the video. I think it's a great idea to post some of the thinking that your kids are as they're processing how to look at fractions larger than 1 and going into a mixed number. We're so happy if you're a part of our Facebook group. If you're not, you can access all of our videos on SIS4teachers.org. Please pass along our group to other family, friends, colleagues, even if you're a teacher, to your respective, parents that you're working with, to help them out during this time with school closures. We really want to keep kids' math skills current. Without practice and daily practice, they're going to have a slide in their skills. And so we want to keep them sharp. So make sure you check us out at SIS for Teachers, either via our Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, any of those social media pieces. Check out the video. Let us know what you think.
Welcome back to the virtual math series with SIS for Teachers and Making Math Make Sense. I'm Emily. We're going to be doing this activity today that takes a fraction greater than 1, and we are putting it into a mixed number. This is a concept that a lot of kiddos struggle with, and they try to memorize procedures instead of having that conceptual understanding. If you don't have this game board, you can print it easily in the Files tab over on the left side of the Facebook page, or you can simply draw it out. What you're going to do is you're going to need some dominoes and something to write with. So I'm going to pull a domino, and I'm going to keep it as a fraction greater than 1. That means it's larger than 1 whole. So right now, our 4 is our denominator, which tells us how many parts make the whole. 7 is our numerator, which means how many we have, the quantity and the value. So our fraction greater than 1 is 7/4. It's going to take 4/4 to make 1 whole. So we're going to draw this domino on our board. We're going to rewrite it as a fraction greater than 1. And then we're going to do a visual representation of this. A lot of students see fractions as circles. We talk about pizzas and pies and cookies and dividing things up, but it's really hard for students to draw good circles that are the same size whole. I highly suggest doing tape diagrams or bar models. You're going to take your whole, you're going to divide it into how many parts? 4, because that's our value. If I shade in 7/4, so far I can only shade in 4/4, but our fraction says I need 7/4. So I need to draw another visual diagram, tape diagram, bar model, whatever you would like to call it, so that I can have 7/4. I've already shaded in 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, 7/4. Now students can have a very clear picture as to what our fraction is going to be as a mixed number. How many whole have I shaded in? I've shaded in 1 whole. And make sure they get that number to be very large, to be a whole number. And what is the other parts that I've shaded in that did not get to be part of that 1 whole? I have 3 out of 4 parts shaded in. Next, they're going to just take another fraction. This one has fourths again, but this one's 9/4. So you're just going to, again, draw your fraction greater than 1. We need fourths. I'm just going to keep same size hole that I have before. How many can I shade in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 9, so I need another hole. If I draw another hole, partitioning it into fourths, I've only shaded in 8 fourths. I need one more fourth. Drawing about the same size hole. We want it to be the same size. We have 4, 8, 9 fourths. How many holes have I shaded in? I have shaded in 2 holes and 1 fourth. Make sure you're pulling fractions that are not including a 1. Here we could do 5 halves. Here we can do 7/6. I don't like to use the 1 dot on the dominoes when I'm playing this game. Mix it up. I want them to understand how we go from fractions greater than 1 to a mixed number. I hope you enjoy, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you've done this activity or game, please take a video or a picture and share it with us. Have a good day.